gun, we're going to fire that little mortar right there. Don't be disappointed, because that mortar is as loud and sometimes louder than the other one. Okay, is that okay with everybody?
Yep.
Now guys, take a look at that thing over there. What do you call it?
Cannon.
Well, you call that a cannon, but that's technically it's a gun. So what you have there is a small gun, a direct fire weapon that moves around with your infantry and helps you by firing at the enemy's infantry. So again, they call that a field gun. Now it's actually 1,400 pounds of artillery. I'm going to call it a 6-pounder. So what about that is 6 pounds?
The cannonball.
Very good. Happen to have one of those right here. Here's your 6-pound projectile. Anybody here like to watch movies? Anybody ever seen The Patriot? You ever notice that big battle at the end, how they march? They stand in line, shoulder to shoulder, a couple of ranks. You've seen it, right? In a movie like that, you're going to see artillery like this, because that's a very common piece of artillery for the war. But in the movies, most of the time, when that thing fires, it just gets to that line, just gets right there. What do you normally see in the movies? A big old what? Explosion, people go flying. It's really spectacular. So who wants to see how big an explosion 6 pounds actually make? Anybody want to see that? All right, here it is. Now the fact that I'm still standing here holding this, I think suggests that this is not going off anytime soon. Why not?
No load.
That's right. Guns do not fire bombs, they fire solid shots. So let's talk about how this actually works on the battlefield. Once you line up shoulder to shoulder, this thing is bouncing your way. You can see it coming. And right now it's bouncing right towards you. How does that make you feel?
Not very good.
Not very good. How about the guys real close? How do you guys feel? Yeah. How do you guys think you feel over here?
You all feel safe.
Well, some of you guys think you're safe, but here's what you know in real world, that this thing is bouncing. And guess what? You don't know where it's going. So right now it looks like it's going through there. These guys are all scared. You guys know this thing can take a bounce and come over here. So let's say, in fact, that this thing came through here. I hate to pick on you, but it hit you. How do you feel about that? Most of the time, she didn't have to worry about feeling anything at all, because for her it was over that fast. Now, you could live for a second or two after taking one of these, but most of the time, probably not. So it went through you at 1,200 yards. And then that guy in the red behind you in the second rank, guess what? I got that guy too. See how that works? 1,400 pounds of artillery, 15-man crew. That thing cost a lot of money, took 20 seconds to load, and that just took out 2 guys with 1 shot. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Did I hear somebody laughing at my gun? Who's not impressed? Raise your hands. Let me tell you how this works. This does not blow up, but when it hits let's say it hits you in the abdomen, guess what just happened to you? You kind of blew up all over everybody standing close to you. Guys, this thing went through these 2 people right here, and you're standing here, or you're standing there, you know it. Because there's stuff flying around the battlefield that used to be those 2 people. You get to see it when it flies by, or some of them might actually hit you on the way by. How many guys did I take out? 2. How many guys are scared?
A lot.
A lot. If I keep firing this gun, what might you do? Run. You know what I wanted you to do?
Run.
Run. That's right. Guys, because if you run and I take possession of the battlefield, I win the battle. I know it's hard to imagine, but a gun like that, at long distances, more times you're going to scare more people with it than you're going to hurt with it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you guys good troops or not?
Yes.
That was semi-positive. Let's try that again. Are you guys good troops or not?
Yes.
All right, they made a hole in your line right there. What are you going to do about that? Okay, then what? Okay. Okay. Yeah, because who wants to shoot me? Y'all want to shoot me, don't you? Because I'm hurting you. But if you want to shoot me, your weapon has an effective range of 100 yards, so you closed up those gaps and you advanced. Because that is your problem. That problem only goes away when you make me move it or you take the thing from me. So let's say you guys are good. You closed up your gaps, you advanced. And let's say there's 300 of you left, your regiment, and you're 300 yards away instead of 1,200. So right now, me and my 1 gun here, firing 6 pounds every 20 seconds, take out 2 guys at a time. Is that going to keep working for me at this point? No. Because you guys are getting ready to do what to me very shortly? Run me over. So I can't keep doing what I'm doing. So if you were me before the enemy ran you over, what would you do? Run. Who's running? Raise your hands. I heard you. Well, let me tell you this. The bravest soldiers that ever fought, there's going to be times when they're going to take off. You know why? Because you can get run over so fast, you don't leave, you're going to die. So some people, you know, it's that fight or flight thing, you take off. Now, if you're well led, maybe you saw this coming, you saw it was going to be bad, and you took your gun crew and you moved that gun to a better location. So you could run, you can move it. Guys, if you're going to run, though, and you leave that thing operable, what are they going to do with it? Shoot you as you're leaving. You ever heard the term spiking the weapon? Where you make the fuse is called a vent hole. You basically drive a spike in there, drive it in hard, break it off so they can't put a fuse in and shoot you with your own gun. Okay? Now, do I have any other options besides running or moving the gun?
Yep. Your mortars.
Anybody know what you call this stuff right here?
Grape shot.
All right, grape shot's one word. What's another word for it?
Shrapnel.
Now, shrapnel is a very specific load that comes after the war, but it's pretty close to that. One of the terms you might have heard is case or canister. You ever heard those terms in history? That's what we're talking about. What I have here is a tin can full of 20 little iron projectiles. When I fire the gun, the can comes far inside the tube. The projectiles leave the muzzle and spray the battlefield like what? A big old shotgun. Now, how many guys can I take out with canister? A lot, right? So why don't I use canister all the time? That sounds pretty impressive, doesn't it? Yeah, guys, this is only good for 300 yards. Think about how well your day is going so far if you actually have to switch to canister. How well is your day going? It's not going that well. But could this stuff possibly save your day? Yeah, so that's another thing I could do. So far I'm using this gun to scare you, take you out. What else could I use it for? Well, you ever heard the term fog of war? Lots of smoke, that's kind of the fog of war, isn't it? But guys, who has artillery besides us? Them. What's a good target for artillery?
Artillery.
How about the earthworks there behind? Yeah. Guys, use guns like this, knock down bigger birds of this at Yorktown. The Americans, excuse me, everybody's behind earthworks at Yorktown, including the British. If I want to knock down those earthworks, I need a direct fire weapon. But how long would it take with the 6-pounder?
A long time.
A long time. How about though with the 24-pounder? There's a 24-pound projectile. Would that go a little faster? Guys, here at Yorktown, because the French controlled the waterways between Rhode Island and the West Indies in here, they're able to bring siege artillery to Yorktown. So we had guns as big as 24-pounders, and those guns are siege guns designed to knock down things. This designed to knock down people, that's designed to knock down things. But guys, besides going through the wall to get to the British, what else can I do to get to them? Over the top. So what do I need for that? I need my 4.5-inch cohort mortar that you see right there. Guys, that gun has a max elevation of 12 degrees. We'll hardly ever use more than 4 degrees of that. This has a minimum of 45 degrees, and I can raise it as high as 65 degrees. Guys, I can't see your car from here, but I can get to it from here with that because I fire over stuff, okay? But guys, that's a 4.5-inch mortar. It's got a very short tube. Allows me to fire different kind of projectile. What do you think is coming out of that? Solid shot, canister, what? Did you say a bomb? That would be correct. Guys, take a look at this. 9-pound bomb for a 4.5-inch mortar. It's a hollow iron projectile. What do you put inside of it? Gunpowder. Here's my fuse. It's a tapered piece of wood. You see all those marks? What are those marks for? Yeah, that's how you time it. The shorter you cut the fuse, the sooner it goes off, the longer you leave it, the longer it takes to get the idea. So guys, once this thing is lit, burns down inside, touches the gunpowder inside the case, blows the case apart, and that is a bomb in the 18th century. Now, I know this sounds pretty obvious or kind of a silly question, but if you could time where this thing is going to go off, where do you want it to go off at? Okay, we agree on one thing. We want it to go off over there where they are. Is that true? Now, let's get creative. Guys, let's say you're a British soldier. You've been behind an earthwork for days. You're taking a pounding almost night and day. But for the last 3-4 hours, it's been quiet. Nothing's gone off. And then all of a sudden, in the distance, you hear an enemy mortar go off. What does that possibly mean for you? This might be coming your way. How does that make you feel? Yeah. Guys, you know when this one is coming your way, you can see this one coming your way. How does that make you feel? Yeah. How about this thing comes bouncing across the battlefield and bounces right here where you guys are? Now, it hasn't gone off yet, but it likely will. So what are you guys doing right now? So what did I say running could give me? Victory. Victory, because if I take the battlefield because you ran, I win. But behind you is the river. That's as far as you can run. So you can't run away, but when you're scared to run around, guess what you're not doing very well to me? Shooting back at me. So can I scare you with the mortar just like the gun? Yes. Now if that thing went off right there, who just had their last day on planet Earth? Yeah, a bunch of you guys right there. So I can also take you out with that as well. How else can I use that bomb? Okay, I can use the bomb like I used the gun, right? Guys, that's a 4.5-inch mortar. That's a 9-pound bomb. At Yorktown, they had mortars as big as 13 inches, and the bombs weighed 190 pounds. How about a 190-pound bomb going off next to anything? Artillery, earthworks, building. You get the idea. And guys, there's a song in this country. You may know it. You may have heard of it. It's called the Star Spangled Banner. Anybody ever hear of it? I always like to know who hasn't heard of it. Yeah. All right, that's good. What's that line in there? Bombs
Bursting
in air. So how about that one? They do that on purpose?
Yes.
Was that a mistake? What do you think?
Perfect.
Yeah, guys, I want you to imagine a 190-pound bomb went off about the top of that tree right there. What goes up must do what?
Come down.
When you blow it apart, it's coming down on top of you pretty hot. And I think I can actually take out more of you from above in a group like this than if that thing goes off on the ground. Because what does the ground do? Absorb some of the blowing up, everything is coming down from above. So I think with the mortar, just like the 6-pounder, we can use it to take the enemy out. Is that true, yes or no?
Yes.
And we can use it to scare the enemy, is that true? Yes. And I can use it to break stuff, is that true?
Yes.
I love artillery, don't you? Not exactly the response I was looking for.